everybody, it's Jess. Welcome back to part 2 of our Let's Build a Base Game home. So, I've just changed lots. I have like a world where I do all my building, and I just changed the world. And long, complicated story that's a bit irrelevant. We're on a different lot, but it's the same house. So today let's tackle we've kind of done the floor plan already, and you guys didn't seem too fussed about what we did with the floor plan, so I think we'll just leave it as is. I've kind of forgotten, but I know that this is the kitchen here, and I think this is going to be the living area, and then we're going to have like maybe the dining table sort of here, and maybe a sitting area there or something. So yeah, that's how we'll have it for now. But let's tackle the exterior of the home, like the landscaping and the wallpaper. So I'm going to start off with the wallpaper, and this is kind of something that I really enjoy doing. I'm not the best at exterior wallpaper, so what we're going to do is my favorite way to do wallpaper. So I'm going to start off putting in some pillars. Are they pillars? Columns? I don't know. Column. Anyway. My favorite like base game wallpaper is this green swatch in the sliding. Is it sliding or siding? Whatever it is. I really like it. And I like to kind of mix it with a different color as well. So like, say, the green and the cream. Or sort of maybe that one. Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to do green and white today, I think. So I've got my two little swatches there. So I'm going to have green as like the feature color. So anything that kind of, I guess you could say, sticks out, like these bits here, we're going to do green. So I'm just going to go around and go green. And I'll probably put green on that little thing there too. And then this part here, which is yeah, and then these ones here, like that, like so. Bada boom. Okay, so that's kind of that mostly done, and then I'm going to go around and go in with the cream colored one. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but even though this is the exact same thing, this here isn't the same. See how it doesn't line up? Drives me insane. So you just have to make sure that the one that you're picking kind of lines up. So we're going to have to go with this kind of yellowy one. That's okay. I'm going to leave this little tower thing as a different color because I want to do some brickwork on that one. So we'll leave that one as it is for now. So we go round, putting all of this up. So that's okay. Yeah. So I like that. I think it just looks nice and fresh and clean and just kind of cute, I suppose you could say. I don't know. I like it. So that's just what we're going to do for that. And then for this tower thing, I'm just going to go in and put probably this one. I really like this one. Now, if you have the Get Together, they have these really nice pillars that go really well, and you can sort of use them as like corner pieces. So the base game columns and stuff aren't as good. You could probably put those down, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the way that that looks. And then you've got the round ones, which again, they look okay. But if you were to just have Get Together, I'll just show you what we could do. You could put like these down on all the corners and it just looks really cool. But we're not going to do that because this is base game. So we're just going to put a little filter back on. Yeah, but I still like the way that that looks. I think it's cute and simple and I really like it. So we could also probably, looking at it now, do we want to add more windows? No, actually I think it looks okay because we're going to add some landscaping and stuff and that'll really brighten everything up. However, I'm probably going to just put maybe 2 more windows there. I think that that kind of balances things out a little bit better. yeah, okay. Other than that though, we are good to go. So I just want to do the roof now. I always like to use these roof patterns because I don't like the default one. I don't like the color of it. I personally always go with like a dark roof. So, like one of the, I guess, sort of black swatches. And my favorite one is this one here called Shake It Up. And I don't know, I just think it's really cute. I love it. I think a lot of YouTubers kind of use this one. Like a lot of speed builds I've seen have been with this one. And we also need to go in and do our roof trims. Once again, they are like bomb.com. So let's put those on. I always use this one, third one in. It's just like the perfect shape and everything. Otherwise they're too thick or too thin, or they don't work. These ones are the best. Just noticed that there. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So let's tackle some landscaping. So this is going to be the front of the house. So what I've been doing with landscaping lately is I get this here called the low-lying pale yellow flowers, and I use that to kind of lay out my garden beds. So we're going to have to turn bb.move objects on. Move objects. Go, just because we need the objects. We need them to be movable, you know? Anyway. So we're going to put... Oh, did that not turn on? bb.move objects. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to go around and kind of put these around. I like to just, I guess, fill in the corner spaces. I said corner really weird then. So I want to fill in like that space there, and then probably around here we want to fill in as well. So we just line everything up with these garden beds, and oh, mother lode, jeez. I didn't come fully prepared with all my cheats today. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, kind of go like that, I would say. So that's sort of the front there, and then we want to make it look from this, like look good from this side too. So I'd probably put like a little garden bed here. And then we do want to have a couple or like something down there. So we might just put like a half garden bed there. And we'll put the fence in just so we kind of have everything in that regards mapped out a little bit. So if we put the backyard here maybe, or even here. Now I don't like to completely connect the backyard pieces yet, like the fence to the house yet, because otherwise the fence will go all funny when we put the house on a foundation. So I just leave like one little part aside. So we'll probably go like that. A pretty decent sized backyard, I think. We'll put a nice big pool in, and maybe put like some dining table stuff there. Yeah, we'll get to that at some point. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of the garden beds down, and then the other thing that I want to do is I like to line the fence line just with these plants. I don't know, it makes it look a little bit more complete. It's nice, and it's just a thing I think is worth doing. So I am going to hold down the Alt key just to position these exactly where I want them. So I want them just like a little bit closer to the fence. So yeah, holding down your Alt key, you get this free movement. Okay, and put one more of them down. Right, now actually, something else that might look kind of cute is if we put in, this is something I've been doing a little bit lately, put in like a little piece like this, like that. And then we can kind of have like a little exit out to the garden there. So we've got sort of just that little add-on bit there. So that looks cute, cute, cute. Now, next up, let's kind of do these garden beds. So I usually pick just a few plants and just do like a mashup of those plants. So this one here, the lavender bush, is pretty good. And I really like the blue hydrangeas, the low-lying palm, and this one here is kind of good just for like putting in corners and stuff like that. So there. And then as far as plants go, I always use this one and that one. So these are the plants that we're just going to use. You can kind of go like all colourful, or sometimes I think it looks really nice just to make all the plants white. It just adds like a really nice crisp look to it. So we're just going to kind of go around and place them around. No real like way for it, I guess. You just kind of put them down where you think they might look okay. So I kind of put them down. Yeah, as I said, I really don't have much of a rhyme or reason to doing this. I just put it down how I think it looks good. So then I start to put in a couple of these. Remember, you can use your open and close square bracket key things to make them a little bit bigger or smaller. So I just pop them there. And I think maybe like there and there. And then we'll put one of these in there. So you can just kind of arrange everything a little bit, critique as you go along. Put another one of them there. Okay, and then I'll put a few of these in. And see, like the garden bed is just kind of coming together now, as you can see. Like it wasn't, I don't know, it's good. Everyone will kind of look slightly different with this sort of method. So I'm going to go in with this one here and just put it to... I might actually have the pop of yellow. I think that probably looks good actually. So we'll put in a couple of pops of yellow. I guess the only thing that I would have that is sort of a technique is on the outsides of the plants. I put the bigger plants sort of toward the middle, and then they get slightly smaller as they come to the outsides. So I've got the bigger plants here, but then I'm going to put smaller ones on these two corners, and along the front I'm going to kind of put a few of these little plants down, and I think it just adds more balance to the whole thing. But that's probably the only little tip. Otherwise, just go ham, do whatever you want, really. You know, do those garden beds however you see fit. So with these ones over here, again, probably just going to add a few of these around, and yeah, just trying to balance out all the shape a little bit. Like so. Cool. And I probably might just need to add one more. So that just seems a bit bare here in my opinion. So I might just add in one more of those just to kind of balance everything out a little bit more. So we've got that there. And then we'll come over here. So again, I'm going to put in a couple of these there, and probably put that there instead, and that there. And come in with the plants and kind of go there. Yeah, I think that looks okay. And then with this one here, that's a little garden bed. So I guess, yeah, I always kind of balance things out with these little white plants, and that's sort of where I add. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Just do what I do. I don't know. Like, you can kind of see it's sort of like the bigger plants here, and then along the outskirts are the smaller plants. So I'm pretty happy with how all that looks. I do probably want to put something here so it's not just kind of an empty space. So sometimes in this area here, I will just put, you know, like one of them, and then just to balance it out, a couple of those in a gap. And you can also add some rocks in any place that you think might look a little bit bare. So I usually then go around and kind of chuck a couple rocks in here and there, just to, again, it's really just about like adding, I don't know, some realism and some nice garden feels to it. So we'll just go around and add a few little plants, rocks here and there, like so. Okay. My middle mouse button's been playing up lately, so at the moment it just won't work. Oh, there we go, it's working again. It's been driving me insane. I rely so much on that middle mouse button, honestly. So let's just go something like that. Okay, now let's put in a tree. So I think we need to put a tree in here because there's that kind of empty space. So I like this little tree. I think he's a cute little fella. And then when I do put the trees in, I usually come to flowers and get these oopsie daisies, or these ones here. Just something to kind of make the tree not look so just there, I guess. And I put that, and then maybe just like a little plant and a rock, just to make it all, you know, all a bit fancy. And now we're going to come in with our terrain paint. I think that this really is a good finishing touch. So I go around and just sort of line all the garden beds with a, you know, some kind of dirt. And I usually go around and do this as well. Because when you think about it, like, you want it to kind of look a little bit worn if it's sort of around the tree line and places like that. It just makes the most sense in my opinion. So we'll do that. Okay. And I'm thinking for this build, I do really like using these terrain paints as like footpaths. So we might do that. So if I put like that footpath there, we put that footpath there, and then we'll put a little bit of a footpath there. And then what I usually like to do is go in with the erase tool and make the thing a little bit smaller and just sort of like refine the shape a little bit more. So just get the shape that we really want from it. So that's all right. I might just sort of, nope, a little bit too much there. Just trim that a little bit like so. And then this one over here, I kind of thought we could maybe bring it out that way just to make it look a little bit different. And I'm just going to probably put a rock there to balance that out. And then once we've got those paths down, I go in again with the dirt terrain. This time with like a smaller brush, and just kind of line the outsides of those paths. Just again, just to make it look that little bit more realistic and that little bit more lived in, I suppose. So I'll go like that. Okay. And then the next thing I want to do is put in some lights. And I've started using outdoor lights a lot more lately. I think that they just really add something to the garden. I don't know why, I just really think that they do. So it's kind of cool. You can go into night light, and then I usually just use these ones and just kind of put these around where you think they look good. And I never really go like super strict with these. I just go wherever, just kind of put them around. I think they just look really cute. And when you think about it, I don't know, like my grandma has these lights in her front garden and they're just kind of wherever they fit. So it doesn't matter too much how accurately that you put them down. So I just, yeah, I think that it adds just a little something. And it's also a really good way to fill up some space on the actual house as well. So I will sometimes go in and put 2 lights either side of the door. This door, there's not a lot of space, so I probably won't with this one. But I will actually put a light there to fill in that kind of space. And I just think that it looks appropriate. I don't know. I like it there. Probably won't put a light around that side. But we will also put a light sort of next to that front, well, back door there. I apologize. So that is that. Now we've got to put a fence in. Something I forgot to mention is we probably should have made this like either 2 or 4 tiles, because the fences are all 2 tiled fences. The other thing is that with this particular fence, the only gate that seems to fit is this one, wouldn't you like to know? And the white swatch has blue on it. Like, don't even get me started on how much that one bothers me. So I am still just going to go with the fence as it is. And what I'm going to do is put the outdoor trash can sort of there. I don't know, I just feel like that kind of is realistic. Like, you know, you take the trash out there, and I think trash cans kind of add a little bit of realism, and also they just kind of help out a little bit with the space. So I do want to just polish off these corners a little bit by adding in a couple of little plants. So I might just do, you know, something like that, and then kind of put the rock under there. So that sort of, I feel it just polishes off that corner a little bit. And then on this side, what we're going to do is put the garden pot and put one of these plants in it like that. So there, and we can probably even just chuck like a little rock there, like so. And we should probably put an outdoor light in this mix as well. I think that would make sense. You'll probably be coming out here at night. So that is that. Now, the final thing we'll do in this episode, we've done the landscaping, we've done the lighting, excuse me, we'll just do a few little like garden decorations, but sorry, I just remembered one other quick little thing. Sometimes I think it is cute like to put some stuff on this corner here. So it can be really simple, like it can just be just kind of looking like, you know, a little bit lived in and everything. I might just put in, you know, just a couple of little plants like that. And I just kind of think it's a bit random, but it's just, I don't know, I think it's cute and I just think it adds to the whole thing. So we'll leave that there. And we're going to just put some like garden decorations in now. So one way I like to kind of decorate is again using the terrain paint, sorry. This field of flowers. So if you kind of it just decorates it. I don't know how to explain it. I think it just looks really cute. So we can kind of go sort of something like that. Just to add that little bit of garden decoration, I suppose. And you can adjust like how soft or like hard, I suppose, this brush is. So I'm actually going to just delete that a little bit like that. Now one other thing, I just need to see if there is an appropriate, okay, this one here called On the Spot, we can actually get this in, that kind of looks like a concrete one, and we size these down using your little like brackety things, and we make these like little fake pavers. I just think it's really cute, so I make most of them that size, and then we'll just add like a few little smaller ones just to add some, I don't know, make it look a bit different. Okay, so we're just gonna add a few of these little pavers in. Like so, and we'll just kind of chuck in a couple of these smaller ones around as well. If you have Get Together, there is actually like a rug, and it's one of the round ones, and it has like the texture of pavers, so you could use that one if you have Get Together as well. Get Together have like two really crucial pieces of buy mode furniture for me, and that is the columns and the random stone rug. I don't know, I love them. So yeah, that like adds a little bit of decoration to it, and again I'll put it down to a smaller brush size and just really lightly kind of add a little bit of dirt in that area. I might just turn that up just a tad. Yeah, so just kind of adding, just to make it look like, you know, people have actually walked on these pavers, and Sims, not people, you know what I mean. So that's that one. And then in this like sculptures garden decoration area, there is a little bird bath. There we go. I like to kind of just put that under the tree, so we might actually put that like there and put the little bird bath there, which I think looks cute. And one thing I've been really loving lately to put in gardens that I just think is adorable is the little gnomes. Just put a little couple gnomes around just for fun. I put one there, and I'm just going to put one kind of over here in this little spot here is calling one of these gnomes. It wants a gnome to keep it company. There we go. All right. So that is that. So yeah, we've basically done the entire outside of the house. We need to obviously do the backyard, but we've done the whole exterior of the home now. So I really hope that you guys are enjoying this, whatever this is. So yeah, let me know if there's anything that you want to see in this build. Let me know if there is something that you would like to have different, or, you know, just let me know, guys. Let me know. We can change anything. We can add anything. Do whatever we want. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope to catch you all in another video. Bye.